While yes, it is true that studies have shown that exposure to violent video games increases short-term aggression levels, no evidence can be presented in regards to long-term effects on aggression levels, and no instance of someone immediately committing acts of violence after playing these video games can be presented as well. Obviously, one becomes more aggressive during competitive activities such as these violent video games. I'm sure that athletes experience similarly raised levels of aggression based on the sheer competitiveness of sports. Similarly, researchers stated that the causes of such raised levels of aggression cannot be pinpointed, and the violence present in these video games is not the sole cause of raised aggression levels. These studies are also unable to provide a direct link between violence in video games and violent crimes. The studies are widely variable and give little incentive for the proposed ban. It is easy to cherry pick facts from such a large body of research in order to fill a predisposed position. However, this research only presents basic information open to wide ranges of interpretation. Also, how are violent video games a clear and present danger? Violent video games have not been linked in any way to actual violence in the real world. To claim that violent video games are a clear and present danger based on generalizations and largely unfounded beliefs regarding these games and their psychological effects is irresponsible and unprofessional, and should not be a basis for any legislation uh, or acts such as claiming that it's clear present danger. Violent video games are no more of a clear or present danger than school bullies or caffeinated beverages, and are only given this term as a legislative loophole. However, none of this really matters considering the ban in itself is impossible. Look at the current war on drugs, or the failed prohibition on alcohol in the early 20th century, which facilitated the rise of organized crime. Both have only served the purpose of creating criminals, overworking the police forces, putting strain on taxpayers and the federal and state budgets, and essentially creating a rift between the government and the governed. Billions of dollars would be spent in order to sustain an unrealistic ban, which only serves to hurt America's technological economy, while all the while producing minimal to no results.